Sorry, I had it on mute. I didn't want y'all to hear me brushing my teeth. This bonnet, y'all, I love because it got the little button at the end. You just put your hair up. Just boom. Lock it up. Yeah, I'm getting mascara off is what them kids be doing. Fun fact about me, I only use white washcloths and white towels. And I wash my towels and my washcloths every day. I do not reuse the same washcloth. None of us do. I see you using the same dang on washcloth or dry towel. We wash our dry towels every day. So, well, I have a whole lot of them, so I don't have to wash them every single day. But I wash them like every 2 to 3 days, like every 2 days, because I don't want them to mildew in the laundry. But yeah, we use new face cloths, body cloths, and dry towels every day, and they all white. Y'all, these terry cloth, these new babies, girl, she got so many colors: turquoise, pink, blue, purple, and then she got the little skincare headband. I'm telling you, I don't use all my own stuff. I use their stuff. I'll be letting them, like, let me get this, let me get that. They got, these kids got all the good stuff. I don't know nothing about skincare. Not, this right here, I just went and grabbed this from her. I use this all the time. She be like, you using too much of it. Girl, leave me alone. I'm the one that bought it. Is it just me? Or when you wash your face and brush your teeth, you gotta blow your nose too afterwards. It's like, it be spicy. It make my nose run. Yeah, and I gotta admit though, this bubble is some good stuff. New baby know what she be. She got the. I have to show y'all one day. She got the whole skincare line. She got the moisturizer, the under eye serum, the vitamin C. I mean, she got it all, and it's cute. You just push it up like this a little bit. A little bit goes a long way, y'all. Like that, and you wipe the top off. It's kind of expensive though, but it works so good. I love this stuff. And that's it. That's all I do. Nothing fancy. Nothing fancy at all. I'm about to brush this weed. So it don't be all nappy. I had to get my hair done for the graduation. So I decided to give me some weave in my head. gonna show y'all. Remember we was in Target earlier and I told y'all about that Mael that I used. I'm gonna show y'all because I'm gonna put some on my hair. This is the longest I have ever went without a relaxer. That's why you can tell my hair from the weave. And then in the morning, like if I had a relaxer, a perm, I don't know why people call it relaxer. If I had a perm, all of this would blend in so smoothly. I was like, this is the first time I've ever had weave in my hair and I ain't had no perm. But I still want to wear the curly look like I've been doing when I take my hair out. So I didn't relax it this time. And here's the same drops I showed y'all earlier. Now, I don't understand these drops because, I don't know, maybe it's a science thing, but why does the oil not go all the way up to the top? See, like I don't care how many times I squeeze it, it never goes all the way up there. Is it supposed to be like that? I'll just be squeezing and squeezing. I do not put this on a weave. Your weave gonna be looking tacky and oily. I'm just gonna put it right down here in my middle part. And just a little bit. And another thing that I see people on TikTok doing, and I be like, ooh, don't do that. When you have droppers like this, or like the face droppers, don't touch your face with those droppers. And don't touch your hair, because now you got all the bacteria and the old grease and the dirt. Now you, like, if you take this and you start touching your hair with it and then you put it back in here, now you done contaminated the whole bottle. I don't do that. Same way with the face drops. My dermatologist told me that too. Do not put the tube directly on your face and then put it inside of the bottle, because now you're contaminating everything inside of the bottle. So I just like drop it. Rub it in and put this scarf back on my head. Put it back in the ponytail. If you have daughters, how many of these do y'all have? Y'all. A million. And it's so funny because it's the in style for the little girls to wear it on their wrist every day. So like when they get hot or whatever, they can put their hair up. But yeah, we got like a million of these. See, usually I ain't gotta do all this brushing and crap. I wash my face, brush my teeth, and call it a night. But now I gotta do all this because I got all this extra hair on me. Now we can go finish watching our YouTube video. Probably put a scarf on top of it because I do want to lay the sleeve out. I want to lay it down. Help it out a little bit. I will wear this tonight. Let's cut it up. Oh, sugar blasted chicken nuggets. Oh, there it is. We've been gone for so long, the show went away.
However you book your hotel. For lots of people say.
You can start your summer.
You can start your summer. Honey, our summer is already here with this hot heat.
ChatGPT. What's my signature talk framework? Once I have that information,
Let me rewind this song and put this
sometimes
here.
that can be like what my agency does, help people get more exposure by putting them on places. So I'm gonna get deeper in these. So since we were kind of talking about insurance earlier, we'll keep bringing it up. If I'm someone that's just getting a license or somebody that's already in that space, number one is I need to get deeper on that. Like, what are the products? What are the ones to stay away from? What are the ones that we should actually be encouraging more? What are some of the things that people, the misnomers out there that I can dispel, right? And I would continue to just get deep into my information, become that authority expert. Once I have that and I'm not speaking, then I'll get a framework. How can I take this information and then turn it into a signature talk, right? And then how do I do the signature talk? You can go to YouTube and say, hey, what's the signature talk framework? You can go to ChatGPT. What's my signature talk framework? Once I have that information, then I will work on my delivery, right? Because I don't want to lecture to people. I want them to be entertained. I want them to be excited. Then I would take my signature talk and I'll put that in a presentation. If somebody would have told me when I was in school that you can make 6, 7, even 8 figures from a presentation on PowerPoint, I probably would have paid attention a little bit more. Yeah. You know, you can use PowerPoint, you can use Keynote, you can use Canva, you can use Google, Google Slides, and then you want to take your signature talk and turn it into a presentation, right? Now, when you have your presentation, you want to fill it, and make it, you want to make it prolific, but also profound, but I would say interesting as well, right? So, what are the different places you can do that? Are there pauses? Keep adding some social media content videos, some YouTube videos that would.
Let me show y'all something. How I hang the. I don't hang their pants up like this, but I hang their shorts up like this. I take the one little hook, and I take the hanger, and I just put it over the hook. So now it lays down like that in a closet. Especially because their little shorts is so tiny, and if you do it this way, oh, this laundry smells so good, y'all. Lord have mercy. I love doing laundry. It's just Lord have mercy, it smells good. But anyway, if you do it like this, guess what's gonna happen? It's gonna end up, by the time they moving all their clothes around their closet, this gonna be on the floor. And let me tell you something about closets. I don't like no dirty closet. The floor of the closet must be clean. It's just something about me and closets. Please keep the floor of your closet clean. I want to be able to come in there and stretch out and lay on the floor if I got to. Like, just please keep the closet floor clean. So, in order to keep the closet floor clean, we do the shorts like this. Booyah. Back to my show.
Kind of support your claims. Do you have testimonials in there? You know, are there brands that you can do, you know, a compare or contrast that might be in the same subject or maybe outside of it, but are relevant to your point? Bring in some things that people can connect to. Once you have that, and you decide, you know what, I just want to go ahead and do it. Then I would just go to Zoom and I would just do a Zoom registration link. You don't need to worry about Ono at this point. You don't got to worry about like Zoom for free.
Turn on it. You put a call on the calendar. Yep. You click the lever that says have people register for this call.
Yep. And then you go to edit and make sure you add in the number. So now you get name, number, email. Because Zoom is just going to automatically give you name and email.
Oh wow.
But if you want to get the number, once you set the class up, on the right hand side there's a button that says edit right next to your class. Hit edit, right? And then you can add number. So now when people register, you got name, number, email, so you need to follow up. Yeah. Now, you just want to promote your class. At this point, promote your presentation. You're the expert. You turn your expertise into a signature talk. You turn your signature talk into a presentation. You turn your presentation to a virtual event, which is your stage. Now you just need to promote it, get people in a room, and then just present. Now, as you're presenting, you want to do some call and response, keep the energy high, right? And then, where are we seeing the people at the end?
It's that cute dress Coops had on earlier today. Y'all, I love this little dress.
You want people to,
it is so
maybe
cute.
Your insurance products, right? You want to do an assessment. You got to know where you want to send them, have that at the end, and then just do it over and over. Now, to your point.
If
you need
Charlotte
to do that
Russe.
again, you could literally do it the next
Y'all,
day.
Charlotte Russe is so good. If you got a teen daughter, go up in that store.
You can edit your signature talk. You can edit your presentation.
And this dress,
you can try a different call to action.
$10.
Have a different opening, have a different closing. There's just so many things you can do. You can't.
This is why she got so many clothes.
You get booked to speak, right? And you would probably only get most people only get booked maybe 4 times a year to speak, maybe. And this is if they're a speaker, and this is not even paid, right? Because if you don't got the reps or the expertise, no one's just going to pay you unless you're just going to go to that high school or college market like all of them do. But then it's extremely competitive, right? Because you got to keep following up, keep sending pitches, right? And why would I book Brendan to speak when I've been booking Omar for the past 4 years, right? And I'm paying him $5,000 every November. You know, you're probably not gonna get that gig because they like you, so they're just gonna keep bringing you back. You're basically in a circuit. Yeah. So doing your own online event is an easy way to get to the money way faster.
Yeah, it's really good. I literally got this DM from one of the guys in my inner circle. It's shout out to Chris. He said, "Yo, Omar, thank you for pushing me out of my comfort zone. I just updated the post in school about my first webinar. So total for my first webinar, he got 21 people on. People would be like, "That's not a lot." He got 21 people on, and he was grateful for it.
Yeah,
right?
of course.
And then he pushed a 3-hour workshop from that. And so from that 3-hour workshop, from the 21, he got 4 people to sign up for the 3-hour workshop.
Yeah. So that's about 20%.
20%, which is great.
Yeah.
And he said, I only had 4 people in my virtual workshop, but one of them signed up for my $14,000 coaching package. And I have another gentleman who's considering it right now.
Oh, so I guess a room with 20 people online isn't too bad at all.
Right.
And it sounds like it took them 4 hours.
Total, probably, yeah, somewhere in there.
So, like you said, most people would, this is the funny thing, most people would frown at a room full of 20 people online.
Yeah.
They would rather do the 20 people in person. But he was able to make 14 grand for what most people would frown at, right? Because he brought their confidence, and then he took his information, signature talk, presentation, online class, which is the webinar, and he got 21 people in there, which is great.
Yep.
And 21 people, he priced at 14,000. That's amazing,
right?
You know what I'm saying? And he did it, I don't know, comfort of his own home.
Comfort of his own home, laptop.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. I interviewed a guy who teaches on tiny challenges on here at Richmond.
So what's the tiny challenge like?
What he just said. The fact that we can do all of this in the comfort of our own home. Come on, somebody. Like, seriously, this man was able to run a virtual conference, and I've done many of those virtual conferences. We've had, man, I'm talking about 20,000, 30,000 in a room. We're going to talk about that later. That's that partnership that I had. But yeah, I was the one putting that all together, y'all. And it's so easy. Putting together a virtual conference is easy peasy. If you are thinking about doing a virtual conference, y'all do it. Do it. Ecamm. They were saying use Zoom. I say use Ecamm. Y'all, it's the best. Virtual conferences are the best. And then, like you said, you at home and you get all these people on your virtual conference. That's like your virtual stage. You at home putting together this, and you able to get 5,000, 10,000 people to come to your virtual conference. Man, I love this online digital space.
2 days, 3 days?
It's however many days, but let's just call it 5.
Okay.
So it's 5 days, and it's just one-on-one. But hey, I'm looking to work with one person
Over 5 days.
over 5 days. We're gonna show up on Zoom. It's gonna be Zoom for an hour. Day 1, let's unpack what winning looks like by the end of these 5 days. So this person's literally telling you what they need from you, and it's like, hey, and then day 1, we're also unpacking what does winning look like a year from now. Okay, cool. We'll just table that, and then you help them in 5 days to get whatever result or transformation. And then at the end, you give them a custom offer to them. And if you have a group coaching program or a program that is maybe community based, you can feed them into that. And let's just say you do, because you could do a tiny challenge with 2 people in 1 week, just 2 hours a day on Zoom, pretty much. So that's a 10-hour week. And let's just say the show up rate's always usually 100%, and you can charge for it. Like charge for this one-on-one experience. But the idea is just to get people. It's just like it's a great way to start out and to appreciate small numbers.
And again, that brings us back to that's his campaign.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like once you know your campaign, you locked in on it, and you're like, yo, I'm doing this for the whole year.
Yep.
You're gonna be good. There's so much that you're gonna benefit from that. You just have to lock on. Okay, I'm doing a tiny challenge.
Yeah.
All 2025.
Dude, when I made that hard decision last year, it changed everything. It's like, okay, we're gonna do the part where YouTube is number 1. We're gonna send people to the challenge. To get more people in the challenge, I'm gonna do this one signature talk. It's a web class. So that sells tickets, and then I had one offer all year. My first 7-figure year in business was all just bing.
Campaign locked in.
Dude, here's the framework.
Another deal. Y'all gonna be like, Ma, you shop way too much.
But it's content.
Yeah.
$3.
Campaign.
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe it's conversion.
Walmart had a lot of these water bottles on clearance. I think this was regular,
7 workshops.
maybe like $17, like almost $20. $3.
Yeah, I mean, that's really.
Mhm.
And like when you say,
And it keeps the ice cold for a long time.
We forget, text him that.
the power is like
Content campaign and conversion.
yeah, it's picking the platform that you want to focus on. I think most people shouldn't focus on every platform.
Yeah.
Just focus on one.
I think 2. I think you need a social media one, and I think you need YouTube.
Okay, well, yeah. I mean, I'm biased. I always want people to go because if you automatically go YouTube, you automatically get other social.
Well, that's what I'm talking about.
Focus
Because,
on. I like that he said
But
that.
then one of
A lot
my
of
thing
people
is
say focus on one platform at a time. I'm sorry, y'all, I'm off center because I'm doing laundry and I'm like folding bras and panties and stuff too, and I don't need all of that on live. But most people say you need one platform, and I like what Brendan just said. He was like, I think you need 2, social media and YouTube. This man, I love the way his brain think. Lord have mercy. Him and Omar together, baby. I think this probably the best podcast I didn't watch so far. But that's right. Because now I'm going real hard on YouTube and Twitch. Like, my streaming life has begun. I've been live streaming for, I don't know. When did I start streaming? Oh, when I did that 6-hour live. Y'all, in case y'all don't know. Okay, so the longest live I've ever done for my OGs that have been with me since the beginning of time, I did a live for 6 hours. 6 hours. And on that live, I built out an entire course inside of Kajabi. And y'all, I loved every minute of it. I ordered DoorDash. I just did everything. It was like so fun. And I had so many people on that live. And so now I've just been thinking lately, I was like, I want to start live streaming more. But then I like when Kai and AMP and them, when they go out IRL and live stream. And I was like, you know what? I want to start doing that too. So now I'm focusing more, especially since Mafiathon and Streamers University. I said, oh, baby, no, let's get it. So now I'm focusing on Twitch, YouTube. Those are the main channels I'm focusing on. And then I have Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. I'm starting to do TikTok more now that I'm streaming. Y'all, I'm like addicted to TikTok. First, I was like, what is this thing about TikTok? Like all the teens was on TikTok and stuff. But now that I stream on Twitch, I got on TikTok. I was like, oh yeah, TikTok is where it's at. So my main platforms, like seriously, that's why the past couple of days I really ain't been on Facebook as much. That's because I've been over there on TikTok. It is so fun. It's just like, I don't know, the content is just different over there on TikTok. I learned so much, everything. I don't know what it is. It's just totally 2 different platforms. But I am on Twitch, I am on Facebook, Instagram, Threads, and TikTok. But most of my Instagram content automatically gets posted to Threads. So like I'm really not over there as much, but I am having fun. Like when I do be on Threads, honestly, I be forgetting about Threads. Honestly, I'll be like, I look at my phone like, dang, I forgot about Threads. Let me get on there. And then when you get on there, it's just that content is good too. I'm like, Facebook is kind of like the bottom of the bottom now for me because back in the day, y'all, Facebook was number one. I needed Facebook. I had to have Facebook. I was obsessed with Facebook. But now, Facebook will definitely be. I will. Okay, here's the thing. Facebook is bottom for me, but Facebook groups is number one. That's what it is. I really don't fool with Facebook, my profile page too much. I do post on there, but I'm inside of groups, baby, all day, every day. That's where you're gonna find all of your clients at inside of them groups. So Facebook groups is number one. Regular Facebook is all the way at the bottom. And then Instagram will be number two. TikTok will be number three. Then Threads. And then, like I say, Facebook is at the bottom. And then Twitch and YouTube. The only thing about Twitch is I like when Agent was saying, Agent from AMP and Kai, he was saying the deliverability on Twitch sucks because it's not like YouTube. When you on YouTube, YouTube like suggests you to other people. You can show up on people's explore pages. Twitch doesn't have that. Now, once Twitch develops that, because everybody been asking like Twitch, you need to have that like YouTube yet. Once Twitch develops that, then it'll be bomb. But what I'm learning is they are saying get the people, from your social media pages or your YouTube channel and then bring them over to Twitch. That's how you're going to make all your money versus starting on Twitch. But they said TikTok is good for that. So start a TikTok account, start posting over there, and then lead them people over there to Twitch.
This is just on a personal note. I feel like I never want to prescribe one way of doing something. Like there's people in my group, they know I'm like gung ho on YouTube, but they're making multiple six figures like crazy just using Instagram, and that's cool. Yeah. They do have a desire to eventually get to YouTube, but dude, if Instagram is doing it for you, Instagram's doing it for you. But yeah, I mean, I definitely think YouTube because of the shelf life. Yeah, the content lives long.
Content does live for a long time on YouTube.
On Zoom, because we were talking about the registrations. You know how you get the contacts? Yeah. I couldn't figure out how I download these.
So the expert to see is
yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, But to your point, the video was 4 years old. Mm-hmm. So this video, this has got me 4 years old, helped me 4 years into the future. Crazy. And I probably wasn't even on that 4 years ago. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, the shelf life is insane. And it's searchable. You're not searching up nothing on Instagram.
Right. And they keep saying that they are like TikTok is like they're saying
TikTok's kind of like that.
TikTok, yes.
But yeah, it's goated. YouTube is goated because of that. And it had that guy. I'm not saying you had a need that you just needed to fix real quick, but if he was the expert on Zoom, and there was maybe something that was like, maybe it was like a crazy offer where we'll run your Zoom call for you, or I don't know, Yeah. Like 4 years ago, could have just been selling.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna have one of my friends do that because she's doing my challenges. So if I get her to do my workshops too, but that's a legit offer because that's really just producing.
Yeah, no, I realize what I do with my coach and Zoom stuff. you're not over teaching.
I'm just talking,
by
and it was on mute.
emphasizing.
Now you just kind of bring some depth on. So you bring.
Yeah.
I was gonna go back to desktop, but let me finish fold and close off camera, and then I'll switch back to desktop.
Generate more leads without ads. The book or release no ads. Right. So I would say secret number one would be I would create, let's say, an ebook with every single step that a
It's a
buyer
trick.
needs to go through that now has them more prepared to work with you. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Now I might go over what those steps are. Credit, 2 years of taxes, whatever. What those steps are, and I'll just say, hey, you want to put this in the checklist. That's it. Now I might add some
Not
color, some
tricks,
character,
yeah.
and show them how they can easily get in it. But I'm not going to be talking about that for 10, 15 minutes.
Here's a little
Okay.
suggestion.
I'll tell you how you can talk about it for 10 minutes if it's one of the points.
Yeah, but I'm saying, are we talking about not over talking?
Right.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm not delivering that in like
Yeah,
a minute.
right.
I'm it might be like five to 6 minutes. But
Right.
it's not a 15 to.
But it's sharing like the what.
Yeah.
So like here's the
Okay,
what. You need
yeah.
to create a checklist.
Yeah.
But when you create this checklist, here's what it's going to do for you.
Yes.
And it's like the power of checklists.
Mhm.
And then you.
It's so funny because I'm sitting here hanging up tons of shorts, tons of tank tops. Y'all probably like, what the heck you? It's hot out here. I'm telling you, it's hot. It was like 100 yesterday. Today, I think it was like 91. It's hot. It's hot. But then tomorrow it's gonna be, I think it's at like 84, 85. I was so finicky. Okay. I ran out of hangers, so let me go get some more hangers. Okay, I'm back.
Can talk for another 2 minutes about the power of having something like this.
100%.
And then that, like you're not over teaching by
On that
emphasizing.
now you just kind of bring some. That's what I'm saying. You bring
Yeah.
the color. That's
That's what you meant by color.
Yeah, you bring support.
Or other thing with Canva, like that's just okay.
Yeah, you bring the richness.
Yeah.
So you're not over talking about the subject matter because you could be like, yeah, so once they get the credit fixed, then these are all the different ways you can do that, and then now they got 2 years of taxes, and
then dude,
by the time
people
like,
are spending. Yeah.
So yeah, I would just you identify the 4 or 5 points that make the most impact, deliver it in a way that most people are going to feel like it's going to be mind-blowing, or it's going to be a new lens that they look at it in. And then we talk about call and response, but I like playing around with my the people that attend because I want them to have fun.
Yeah.
So if they loosen up and have fun and they're engaging, then
Another
most likely they're
Charlotte
gonna
Russe
be better.
fan.
They're gonna stay.
Y'all,
They're
you
gonna
see
stick. I want them to
this
stick.
sweater
I think the
is
last 3 classes I did
so
had
nice
like
and
90%
thick.
sticking rate. I was excited about that. Now they're not.
This sweater is so nice and thick. Go ahead, Charlotte Russe, okay? Because I done put you on quite a few times tonight. So if you want to sponsor Poops, go ahead because she love you guys' clothes. But this, y'all, Charlotte Russe be having these for $10. Hoodies not like $10. Sometimes the ones with hoods be like $12. But y'all, do you see this sweatshirt? $10? Mm-hmm. She got a whole lot of them. Oh, you know what I could be doing? I'm just sitting up charging my phone. So I seriously got the battery pack right here from me, and I'm not even charging the doggone phone. Okay, let's charge.
50% of people might know, but it told me that my delivery and my presentation skills are improving because I get people sticking to the end.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Which is what you want people to do.
That's what you want to do.
Because that's when you're giving your offer.
Yeah.
Okay, so so we're talking indicators that you're
Over teaching. Yeah. So that would be.
So it's just like jargon.
Yeah, jargon's crazy.
So something you mentioned is like call and response or engagement. Sometimes I think what will happen is they'll ask like these open-ended questions, and when you ask an open-ended question that doesn't either have a simple answer or you don't tell them the answer.
These are one of my
in the
favorite
chat,
shorts of hers. This
you're
is from
letting them,
Windsor.
like leave what you're teaching.
Windsor is,
So, like,
you know,
yeah,
it
this
ain't
example,
just
she
prom
went,
dresses
so
and
where are people
homecoming
thinking about
dresses.
moving? Is it like
Yeah.
North Vegas, Summerlin?
Ain't
It's
these
like,
cute?
Or you could say, hey,
Oh my
who here's ready to
Now
take a
these
life to
wasn't
the
no
next
$10
level
or $12.
and
Y'all
start
know
a
Windsor is.
legacy here in Vegas, you know, as one of the
I
best
don't know.
cities
She
in
had these
America.
for a long time.
Put
It
me
was
in the
probably
chat.
like
It's a different way.
maybe
You're not
$35,
making
$40,
people
but
have to
these are
overthink when
so
you're asking those
freaking
questions.
cute.
Something I've noticed that
Oh
like,
my God,
there's
talk
an
about
amateur
the
way of
stress.
trying to get people to answer, but then it can get awkward because then and that's why it's awkward. It's because you're just, it's
so
like,
cute.
and like when people do this in person, they go, hey, by a show of hands, if anybody in this room would say to themselves that over the last 6 months, it's like it just dragging. Nobody's gonna raise their hand. But if you go, hey, if you're ready to 10x your results over the next 6 months, say I, and then it's like dude, people they just go with it.
This one.
What are some other like little tweaks?
This
I would say
one.
like clean up your slides.
Don't put too much on your slide.
You can have, so I think there's a couple things with that. You could reduce what's on the slides, but I think reducing what's on the slides is pro level. Because now you gotta be able to like, you know what I'm saying?
Go off script.
100%. And once you go deeper in your information, you can do that.
Yes.
You know, you're like, oh, this is the word, and you're just gonna go crazy because you know what you need to do. But I think reducing the information on the slides when you're ready for it, but also I think reducing the amount of slides. Because the same thing, let's say we're talking about, you know, that first, you know, that 6 in the morning or whatever. If you might have 10 slides in there, 20 slides in there, of the same thing, because you're dragging it on.
Yes.
But you don't need to do that. You can deliver the information. And then, like you said, make sure people are engaged, right, in the chat. Make sure you're not over delivering the information, dragging the information on. And then just having a nice little tonality. Sometimes your tonality makes a huge difference. So I think reducing the slides and then just being a little bit more better with your tone, to me, helps.
That's good.
Yeah, but I think again it's pro level. If you're ready to reduce the amount of slides, you have to know what you got.
Yeah, I mean, I did it. I'll just let a picture.
Yeah.
Yo, this my friend X. You know what's crazy about him, and then boom, I just go into a little story.
That's pro level.
And then and then the story leads to a one slide like.
Okay,
You know,
I'm about to go
bomb
back
dropper.
to desktop
then people
and
go
end
crazy, and that's the
IRL.
principle.
Yeah.
But what's funny is you say pro level because like it's a wild thing.